everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Elise, but you might know me as Stamprgrl. My card today is part of Kendra's Card Challenge 11 Instagram hop, and I will have all the information in the description so you can hop with us. Make sure you follow that Instagram hop. Tons of amazing prizes coming just from the hop, but you will also learn how to enter Kendra's Card Challenge 11 and how to be eligible for an amazing array of prizes from some of our amazing sponsors. And talking about sponsors, I am using Crafting Kimi Soodles in this video, and she is one of those amazing sponsors. Just a heads up, this seems like a longer video, but at some point there is a 10-minute video part where you can skip it. It's just me cutting the papers and showing you how to do it. So first thing, have you ever heard of Kendra's Card Challenge? If you have not heard of Kendra's Card Challenge is a sketch challenge where the amazing Kendra creates these sketches not only for your cards, but how you're gonna cut 6 pieces of 6x6 cardstock, and she gives you the instructions on how to cut them and the sizes and where to cut. Like, it's amazing. These are super cool. So she explains you how to cut these 6 pieces, and then she provides you sketches using those pieces that you cut. Okay. So every card sketch has different amount. This one has 15 card sketches. We are going to be looking at number 3. These papers that I am using, I picked them because I wanted to use this amazing, super duper cute image from Crafting Kimi. Crafting Kimi, it's one of Kendra's Card Challenge sponsors this time around for KCC number 11. And I have in my hands Soodles. I'll give you a little close up. These are adorable images. Come all the way from Canada. And if you have never bought from Crafting Kimi before, you gotta give them a try. So Kimi is the definition of a Canadian. Sweetest lady ever. Her team is super talented, always full of great inspiration. She has a Facebook group. She also does Frugal Fridays. Frugal Fridays is my favorite time to shop. Right after release. So what she does is Frugal Fridays. She posts it could be 1 to multiple sets of stamps or stencils. She also has stencils. She also has her own brand of ink, which is a hybrid ink, which is amazing. And she puts them on sale for Frugal Friday. She even in her Facebook group asks what people are interested in, and sometimes she takes requests. So go check her out. So I decided to go with Zoodles. This is the set. It's a 4x6 set. And I wanted to stay in like the jungle kind of colors. So these are my papers. This is my paper A. This is my paper B. This is my paper C. D. E. And I still haven't figured out which one I want to use for my number 16. But that didn't stop me because I'm just doing sketch number 3. And if we look at sketch number 3, which is a great thing, you don't have to make all the cards at one sitting. So if you look at sketch number 3, it tells you you're going to use paper A, paper B, paper A, and everything else is from your stash. For mats and just strips and just maybe a circle, maybe not, maybe any other shape that you want to use. Maybe a big sentiment. I don't know. So that's probably where I'm going to put my cute animal images with some sentiment. I love this set because this set not only has 5 amazing images, it also has 5 amazing sentiments. So you will literally will have oodles of fun using this set. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to start by cutting paper letter A for my papers. Let me bring my tiny little trimmer up in here. Okay, hopefully you can see it. I know it's kind of hard to see, but it's going to tell me that for A, I'm going to look for the scissors, and the scissors tell me that this is going to be my first cut. And my first cut is going to be either at 4 3/4 or at 1.5, 1 1/4. So either one. So I am going to go with a 4 3/4. Okay, so I'm going to make sure that everything is right here, nice and lined up. 4 3/4. Holding. Well, that's my first cut. So now I'm actually gonna keep working with the smaller side, and I'm gonna cut at 1 1/4 again, 1 1/4 again, and then I have it left over. Okay. So I am gonna put this guy like this. Maybe this would be easier to see. Okay. Right. Okay. So 1 1/4. I'm holding the guide. 1 1/4. My other cut is at 1 1/4, and this is the third piece. And this pattern or instructions, it tells you which card it's going to go to. Okay, so this is for card 1, this is for card 2, card 3, 4, so on, so on. Okay, so I got those 3 there. Now I'm going to cut at 3 1/2. So remember, this is how it is. I'm going to cut at 3 1/2. 3 1/2. Okay. And that's going to be one of my pieces. And then the next one is going to be 1 1/4. 1 1/4. Okay. The quarter is set up. 1 1/4. So be careful because this is like 1 1/4, and I am. So right here, you're going to cut these 2 little ones. When you are going to cut this one, you need to first cut this little guy and then cut these 2 pieces. Okay. So this is my 1 1/4. Let's make sure. Yep. My 1 1/4, and I'm going to cut at 5/8 and 5/8. Okay. So this is 1/2 inch. This metal part is 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch is 4/8. So 5/8 is right there. 1, and then I'm gonna cut another 5/8. Okay. Those are my 2 pieces, my 5/8, and now I'm gonna cut 1/2 inch. Okay, 1/2 inch. So my guard here is 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, and then I'm gonna cut 1 1/8, 1 1/8. Okay. Okay. And then my next one going to be 1 inch. I'm going to cut 1 inch, and then the leftover is going to be a 1/4 inch. Okay. Okay, so those are all my pieces for A. And I don't have it with me right now. I'm gonna look for it. I'm gonna get the little folder that I used and where I'm gonna put all these pieces. And I'm gonna go with piece B. And B, and look for where am I gonna cut first. I'm gonna cut at 1 1/4, okay? So 1 1/4. Then I'm gonna get 1 1/4, so another little square. Okay. Then this one is 3 3/4. 3 3/4. Oops, that one I think it moved a little bit. Okay, 3 3/4. And then this leftover that I have here, it's gonna be 1 inch and 1/8. Okay, so I'm gonna guess this is 1 inch. So this is already 1 inch. Okay, so I need to make sure that this guy, instead of being 1 1/4, is 1 1/8. Okay, so that tiny piece is trash. Okay, now I'm coming back here, and now my next cut is going to be at 2 inches. I'm looking in here. See, I'm looking in here, looking which line cuts all the way to that one that we already did. Is this 2 inch right here? Okay, it's the first one, so that's how I do it. Okay, so guys, so this is 2 inch. Okay, so this is my 2 inch. It's gonna turn into the tag, and then we have 3 1/2. 3 1/2. And then this is gonna turn into 1 1/4 to create one more of those little squares. 1 1/4. And then this one is set up. Okay. And the next cut, that's gonna be 1 1/4. And 1 1/4. That one is done. Then my next one is gonna be at 1 inch because I'm coming from the bottom. It's gonna be at there it is. 1 inch. 1 inch has 4 1/4, which I'm gonna cut right now. Okay. This guy goes here, and then I have this part, which is 2 3/8.
So here are the 2 pieces from pattern paper A, 1 piece for pattern paper B, and let's put these together. You are going to need to cut a few pieces. So let's start with your A2, right? 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 card. And then the next one is this layer, which is 5 by 3 3/4. So you could actually have an extra layer, but I actually wanted a bigger frame, okay? So I am skipping this. Okay, so it's the 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. I'm skipping that one. So this one is 5 by 3 3/4. Then on top of that, I have a 4 3/4 by 3 1/2, which I'm using of the coordinating pattern paper, because I started with a 12 by 12 sheet that I cut into 6 by 12, and then one of those halves I cut to a 6 by 6, and that's where I cut my pieces. Then I am going to have the 2 pieces for pattern paper A, the 1 piece for pattern paper B. Then I have a strip, again from one of my pattern papers, that is 5 1/2 by 3/4 inch. And then I will stamp the image and put it there. So let's put this together. I'm gonna ink the edges of this. This is a pretty dry ink pad, which makes it easy not to over ink. That might be a little bit hard for you guys to see it, but let's start gluing first. I'm gonna take this piece for lighter cardstock, and I am using my ATG Gani. Use whatever type you have, or glue. Leave the border as much as possible. Okay, that goes there. Oh, I like that so much. Let's do this one. Okay. Put this one in. Again, leaving that border. Remember that I did skip one of the layers, so I had a thicker border because I kind of love this green cardstock. And you could, like a lot of people do, just cut and then meet here in the middle, or you could use a square punch. Okay. The trick is that you want this middle point of your square punch to be hitting the middle of your these are going to be flush with the top. And there you go. I am thinking that I'm going to look at my first one. Check it. So I think she doesn't have any overlap on hers, but I am going to add a tiny bit of an overlap on mine, okay? Putting the card together, and then we're gonna go to color. I am thinking of putting right there. Now these are gonna be a little bit in the downside in terms of they are a little tiny bit, not by much. But like you see these, let me put it in the side view. Can you see it? Like there's a little gap here because this is at a higher level. So what I'm going to do is exactly what I did just now. I'm going to cut a little bit of a piece of scraps. I'm going to put this one here. So here's the card. Now I'm going to use my Soodles stamp from Crafting Kimmy, and that's the color. I am going to be using the lion from Soodles from Crafting Kimmy, and no lion, you're the best. I am thinking, I'm actually thinking of, just realized there's a problem here because I kind of overlapped them a little. There you go. I wasn't, there you go. I wasn't inking. Just now taking me. You know what? I am going to remove the sentiment. I will use it, but not at this moment because I'm going to put it really close to it, and it has like a little lip hair, so which all stamps have. I'm going to put him right here. Stamp. Pick up. Perfect impression. He's adorable. I am going to remove him from here. Put him back here. Now let me do the sentiment. Okay. It's going to be out of focus. Out of the frame because I'm trying to make sure that it's kind of almost in the middle. It's hard when you are aligned. You're the best. A little crooked. It's hard to stamp them when you can't put your head there. You'll be seeing hair, all hair. Okay. So what I did with this guy actually was stamp on a dye base ink. the dye-based ink that I am using. That's water-based. And it will smear, it will bleed when I add water, but it is all super intentional because I want that to happen. So I'm adding a little bit of water to my palette. I'm getting my brush ready. I'm gonna start coloring. These are Caran d'Ache Super Color Too Soft. I added a little bit of blue to the eyes because I remember that the card that we're making has a tiny bit of a blue color in it, okay? So here's the blue that I was talking about. See? I'm gonna cut this probably with an oval if I can find one that is tight enough around it. And that's gonna be my friend right there. Ooh, this is adorable. Okay, I'll be right back. Still waiting for it to dry. We have the little lion from Crafting Kimmy Stamps. And remember, this is following Kendra's card challenge number 11. And this is sketch number 3. Okay. I did a finishing touches. Cut my oval with my cat scrappiness double stitch oval. Added a little charm. So now it says, "No lion, you're the best." Thank you. If you like my content, please like and subscribe. See you soon.